All right, team. All right, team. We're going to try out a new format here on Fireside PM. I don't know how this is going to go, but let me know what you think in the comments and like and share if you thought this was fun and useful. So I've heard a lot about Atlas, the new AI browser from ChatGPT. I purposely haven't read any reviews of it. I've heard some people say they love it. Some people think it's not that good. Haven't done much research on it, but I figured I'd unbox it and give some early reactions in case you haven't looked at it and you're curious and don't want to go through the trouble of trying it out. So hopefully this is recording. Otherwise, I'm going to be talking to myself. All right, here we go. First thing I get is that this is unsafe. Do I want to open it? So I guess we'll live dangerously. Open it. I just downloaded it from, I think, OpenAI's website. Log in with ChatGPT, sure. Oh, shoot. Do I remember? Hold on. Let me pause. All right. So I signed in with my Google account. Import. Now let's skip that. Yeah. Turn on browser memory. Sure. Maybe I'll use this in... Okay, open on any to summarize, explain, or handle tasks. Okay, that's kind of cool. Make your cursor collaborator. Okay, fine. Set as default browser, not right now. Okay, welcome to Atlas. Let's go. Let's go. All right. Looks like any old browser. Let's clean this up a little bit. Oh, it says update now. I just freaking downloaded it, but let's click on that. Allow, sure. Okay, here we are. Agent mode. Ask ChatGPT to perform complex tasks in the browser. Compare phone plans. Plan a weekend. Okay, let's do this. I'm watching my son's football game at Palo Alto High School with my mom tonight. Kickoff is at 6 p.m. Can you recommend and help me make reservations for a restaurant that is around $30 to $40 per person for a party of 2, preferably Asian food, and ideally not at a place I've dined before. All right. Go, Atlas. Okay, now it just kind of looks like I'm in a giant ChatGPT window. Okay, here are some great things. Indonesian. I actually haven't had Indonesian food in a while. I don't know if my mom would be down with that. Okay, it's not the fastest gun in the West. I'm used to faster responses, but maybe it's thinking hard. I don't know. Or its API to Yelp is taking forever to load the images. Okay, so I'm guessing the Atlas PMs have some dashboard that's showing them latency for user requests. Is this done? Is it done with the answer and basically just told me one place? I'm kind of confused because of this like animation here, but let's assume, okay, yeah, I need 2 to 3 more options. Nothing too spicy. My mom is 91 years old. I am okay driving up to 15 minutes from Palo Alto High School. Ah, Rangoon Ruby Burmese. That's kind of interesting. Garlic noodles with tofu and broccoli? Taipan, been there before. Tamarind, definitely more than 30 bucks. Okay. Rangoon Ruby. Can you call them to make reservations for me at Rangoon Ruby? Also, if kickoff is at 4 p.m. around what time should we make the resis? Now this is, I'm trying to treat Atlas like it were my personal assistant. So I understand that it may not have reservation integration or Ruby doesn't do it, but recommend a reservation for 5 p.m. if there's a 4 p.m. kickoff. That's not true with halftime and everything. Oh, dude, this is not a dig on Atlas. It's just ChatGPT's wrong. I think usually we don't get out till like 6, I want to say. Okay, well, we'll give it a pass on the timing. I'm unable to place a call myself. You'll need to call to mention the following table. Okay. All right, so I'm not thrilled with this outcome. Let's try a different use case for Atlas. So open a new tab and we'll say, okay, I'm working on a consulting project for an edtech entity. Can you summarize the top 3 providers of scientific education simulation software that is accessible to middle and high school students? Okay, so I'm working on a project. Let's see how it's doing for its kind of market research experience. Now, this be a typical kind of question I might just ask ChatGPT. I'm trying to figure out, like, how is this better on Atlas? Right now, Atlas just feels like a very large ChatGPT window. Okay, there's Gizmos, Labster, Pivot. Okay. Okay, now let's say I wanted to, at this point, okay, they have some links here. So maybe I'll click on it and see what that experience is like. So I click on it and so I kind of lost my chat window, I guess. No, this looks like some content marketing that's promoting one of these companies. Not really what I'm looking for. So I guess I'll go back. And what's this little bad boy? Oh, I see. No, that's my chat history. What about these things? There's search. So there's a search experience. Kind of looks like Google. Image. Videos. Bunch of YouTube videos. News. Okay, I'm not sure. Let's this experience isn't amazing so far. But let's open up another tab and we'll go straight to a destination. So we'll go to Gizmos simulation. Okay. Okay, so what if I actually want to go there? Is it here? Okay. So we'll accept. So this looks like a browser. Now, I guess there's this Ask ChatGPT thing here. So what if I said, how much does this cost? This might be the most useful part of it. Let's hope. If it can give me an answer. Wouldn't that be great? When you're on a website, you can just get to your answer and not have to be dragged. Oh, come on. Ah. All right. 1,000 per teacher per year. Okay. How many simulations? Over 550. Now here, let's try and see if it can actually go from the chat window and bring me into the website. So please take me to the Gizmos page that has an example simulation. So I'm not looking for a chat answer. I'm looking maybe that it will operate. Ooh, it opened another tab. Yeah. Okay. Alfred Wegener proposed that all of us were once joined. Okay, let's launch it. Okay. Fossils. Okay. Is this the simulation? Okay. I think that was a simulation. Well, we're not going to evaluate gizmos here. But I did like how it could take me to the page. Now, I had to notice that another tab had opened up over here, but that's not terrible. Who makes more, I'll actually say, that simulation didn't seem too sophisticated or interactive. Can you show me Gizmos' most sophisticated and interactive sim? Okay, another tab opens up. Now what's kind of weird is that this window of saying it's open up a tab is in another tab, but then I don't see the window. I guess I gotta click on here again. No, then it kind of cleared the history. So it would have been nice to kind of have this black box here in my new window, but so it kind of would follow me along, but whatever. So let's look at the evolution one. Oh, that's kind of cool. Let's try it. Oh, I don't think I need to sign up for this stuff. All right, we're not going to do that. Now let's try. So that's a little bit of like a market research example. What if I said, who makes the most sophisticated STEM ed sims? Labster, Z-Space, Praxi. Got it. All right. Let's try a new use case and then we'll wrap up this video and I'll give you my closing thoughts. Let's try the use case. So we tried the I'm planning something. We tried the I am doing research on an industry. Now let's try an action. So let's say for that EdTech consulting project, I'm working on like to identify thought leaders in the STEM education space so that I can interview them for my client. Please put together a list of potential people I can reach out to, find their emails, and compose and send outreach emails to them. This is a big ask. I can't help gather personal email addresses or individual. Okay, I put together a list of thought leaders, drafting email templates. Okay. Once I have the template from you, can you send via my Gmail work account? The moment of truth, people. This is where, no. So, okay. I think I've seen enough. Here are my closing thoughts on Atlas. So much potential. Really great visual design. Very clean. Kudos to the OpenAI design team. In terms of helping me actually complete common tasks that I would in Chrome with ChatGPT open in another tab, not feeling super impressed. Maybe the killer feature was that little ChatGPT thing on the side. So like, let's say I were researching, let's go to wire cutter, chef's knives. Let's say I'm in the market for a new knife. I think that little sidebar thing would be useful, or whatever the hell they call it. Bro, wire cutter chef's knives review should not be this hard of a search. Okay, where the hell is it? Now, okay, so it treated it as a... So how would I actually go to... Okay, maybe here? Okay. So that's a little confusing, like the mode you're in. I don't know what the solution is, but whatever. Here we are. So now I want to open up this thing. And I don't want to take the time to read this page. What's the one they recommend that will last 10 plus years and not cost me a fortune? but is super high quality and great performance. So now what would be nice is if it could give me an answer and then highlight within the page how it came up with that answer. I don't know if it's going to be able to do that, but that would be awesome. Oh, here's that latency again. Okay, here we go. Saying I should get the Mac MTH 88-inch. Lightweight, nimble, razor sharp. Okay, so it gives me the answer. Now, does it highlight here? No, I don't think so. Basically just gave me the first one. Okay, let's put this bad boy to the test. Buy this for me on Amazon. I'm unable to make purchases. Dude, okay, so you're giving me a link to it. Okay, and then okay, now. Wow, $150. Damn. Okay, now buy this for me. I can't complete or check out for you. Okay. Click on buy now. Yeah, I know how to click on buy now. All right. So takeaway is I'm going to say you probably don't need to download Atlas right now. But hopefully maybe the next version or the one after that. I think the most interesting thing was having this little ChatGPT side window, but there must be like a browser plugin. Let's go back to, okay, let's ask. I like the little side window chat in Atlas. Is there a ChatGPT a browser plugin or extension or desktop app designed to be a sidecar to Chrome so I can stick with Chrome but have ChatGPT able to help me summarize and navigate web pages as I browse them. I think that's the killer use case personally. Maybe also if it could take action more easily. Okay, sidebar. Yeah. Okay. Oh, that's from a third party. I think these are all third party things. Are there any from OpenAI as opposed to 3P? No. Okay, so I guess, dear Atlas team, why don't you develop the Atlas sidebar extension app, whatever, and then you don't have to try and write a whole browser from scratch. And then later on, you can always do a more all up, like make Atlas your default browser. But I think for now, given how comfortable I am with Chrome, and given that the difference between Atlas and Chrome is not that big, and plus I'd probably give up some Chrome capabilities, I think the key long pole for the Atlas team is you've got to be a persistent companion, kind of like if Clippy didn't suck back in the old days. on every web page I'm on, and have that companion be able to not just summarize, but also to take action as if I'm in the browser. So I'd rather just say buy this, and then it will go through a checkout process, especially if it's not Amazon and it's on some retail site I'm not used to. Then it has all my, maybe Atlas would have all my info and it could just fill it out and really turn it into as close to one click as possible. But also, like, you know, you've got to be able to make my reservations. Like, if they're not on OpenTable or Resi or Google Maps, like, if they are, then use those services and just do it for me. And if they're not, then I think you gotta be able to call them and make a reservation. I mean, you're OpenAI. Surely you can make phone reservations and conduct phone conversations. So, and then for the market research stuff, like, yeah, I think the annotation of the website or some new way to look at multiple websites at the same time and build like side-by-side comparisons. I don't know, like that was probably the weakest use case for Atlas so far. So the strongest was kind of browsing around web pages and being able to summarize them, and ideally would have been to take action on them. The second one would have been like your day-to-day productivity tasks, like research a restaurant, make a resi. And I think the worst one was the market research one. Just didn't really blow me away. If I were the PM for Atlas trying to figure out the market research thing, the problem is you're competing with ChatGPT, which is already pretty good for market research. So how does having the browser, maybe if I ask it a question, it could give me an answer. It could take me to a place. It could then have links to related websites. I click on them, and then in the sidebar, that conversation persists, and then I can browse that website, and then I can maybe highlight something on the website, and then very quickly ask in the sidebar, like, tell me more about this highlighted thing, or, you know, basically some journey where it really is useful to browse and chat at the same time. Another one could be I ask it a market research question, and then it gives me what it would have given me in ChatGPT, but it does it over voice. And while it's doing it over voice, it navigates me to the company websites that I'm, you know, of the industry I'm looking at. So it's kind of like multimodal in that you've got the voice answer, but then you have this visual, you know, browsing of websites that I'm not controlling. It's just like as if, you know, someone on my team were like, okay, let me show you this one, and now I'm going to show you this one. That could be kind of cool. So yeah, this wraps the Fireside PM product unboxing. My grade for the PM team on Atlas is a B, but with potential. I think I wasn't able to find the killer use case that you all were optimizing for. Maybe it was for launching, which is understandable. But good luck. Keep iterating, and hopefully this feedback's useful to the team. And then for anybody who's been thinking about Atlas, like, yeah, you know, it's worth playing around with, but I don't feel like it's oh my God, you've got to do this kind of thing. Let me know in the comments if you want me to do this for other products, or what you think about this format. Not sure if I'll do more of them. All right, team. See you. Let's get back to work.